we are all about money, meaning and momentum in this channel, right? Hello guys, my name is Aji. Welcome to Figure It Out with Aji, a place where you're empowered to figure out your money, your career, your personal growth, and live life on your own terms. So today I am coming to you guys with a list of books that I think that you guys are gonna really enjoy and learn from. I found these books to be really life-changing. So yeah, you know, when you learn, you teach. When you have, you give. So let's get into the video. So the first book is A Whole New Mind, Why the Right Brainers Will Rule the Future by Daniel Pink. I think this book is exceptional, and this is a book that like really shifts my mind in terms of how I saw the world, how I saw myself. So first of all, I'm a left brainer. So basically, what is the difference between a right brainer and a left brainer? So a left brain, your left brain is usually good with like calculations, logic, analytics, and things like that, and your right brain are like the creative parts of you. He talks about how the right brainers are gonna rule the future, and then the future is now, because this book came out in 2005. So he really hit the nail on the head right with this book. Like he predicted the future, and that's what we are seeing right now. Because the thing about it, like he talked about how automation is going to take over, like, you know, your accounting, businesses, like those are things that are automated now. So this book talks about the importance of play, the importance of storytelling, and like how narratives change, the importance of symphony. What that means is like seeing a connection between different pieces, like seeing connection between different ideas and bringing those things together and synthesizing those ideas. He talks about that. He talks about play. He talks about design. He's like one of the reasons why I started writing things down. If I see a design that I didn't like, I would write it down. So he gave that idea, like have a notebook with you and write things down. If you don't like a design, you can write the things that you don't like about it and what you would like to see with that design. And that is an opportunity here, basically, to create something. It's an opportunity to make something, to come up with a business plan, to come up with a business idea. So like if I don't like something, when I say design I don't like, I'm like, oh, I wish, you know, it was done this way. I will write it down, just even if I don't use it, but you never know what you may need in the future. So A Whole New Mind, for me personally, it gave me a whole new mind of thinking about the world and thinking about how creativity is important in the life that we are. And hence I am with this YouTube channel. It's good to see things outside of yourself, to see things outside of the things that you do, because when you have tunnel vision, it prevents you from connecting the dots. So basically that's what this book brought to me. The second book is Hustle, The Power to Change Your Life with Money, Meaning and Momentum. And we are all about money, meaning and momentum in this channel, right? I really love this book. This book was recommended to me by my dad. Oh my god, like my dad is a walking library, but he recommended this book to me. He could not stop talking about it. I read the book and I was hooked, like hooked. But anyways, the authors of the book are Neil Patel, Patrick Vlaskovich, and Jarvis Kovler. So they talk about hustle, they talk about grit, they talk about hard, they talk about your head, they talk about your habits. This is a very good book if you are like that person that is like just trying your way around, you know, entrepreneurship, how to go about it, what kind of worker you are, what are you, an employee or are you an employer? I love this book so much. Like it just puts so much things in perspective. It talks about money. It talks about, basically it talks about even student loan debts, like how student loan debts are even not bankruptable. So Hustle is definitely a book that I recommend, and it has been life changing, honestly guys. So check that book out. The third one is The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. I've recommended this book before. I really love this book. Eckhart Tolle is a spiritual leader. He's well known in the spiritual world. This book talks about the power of now and how you can live in the present, and just being aware of your present means you're present. And that was a totally different about how I saw being present, because I am someone that I feel like my mind is always on the wheel. Like it's always going. Like I overthink things. So but like he teaches you ways in which you can keep your mind quiet and reduce the noise and just focus on now. Like nothing has to be going on, because sometimes you just need to take a breath. and breathe, because it just gives you clarity. So definitely I love this book. I can't recommend it enough. Fourth book is Eat, Pray and Love by Elizabeth Gilbert. This book is so good that it had been turned into a movie with the same name that Julia Roberts played. Like I believe I watched the movie first before I read the book. This book is just about self-discovery. So it's based on the true life of the author. Had this great life, had a whole mansion, a husband, and then she realized that there's something missing. She was not fulfilled, and basically she asked for a divorce and went on a whole life journey to India, Southeast Asia, just to figure out her life. So the book is about like just self-discovery, about like learning to love yourself, learning to figure out what really works for you, just living life on your own terms. Like we're about on this channel, we're just about living life on our own terms and bossing up. So basically she goes into this like spiritual journey of like in different parts of like Asia and Southeast Asia, whereby she meets different kinds of people. She meets like her teacher, like a quote-unquote guru that teaches her about life. It's a really good book. It's a bestseller, and this book is also empowerment for women and women discovering their own self and learning to be independent, and learning to just live life as they see fit. So the fifth book is The Millionaire Next Door by Thomas J. Stanley and William Danko. This book talks about the millionaire next door, literally the person, your neighbor that you don't know is a millionaire. And these are PhD people, so they did a study on different millionaires across America. They discovered that like these are regular people that you live by, and they're not flashy, they don't show off, but these are people that are hardworking and they just invested their money smartly. They invested in their 401k. They don't buy new cars, they buy used cars. They're very conservative when it comes to money. They live below their means, so they come in different forms. So it just gives you a perspective. It gives you a perspective about like all millionaires are not entrepreneurs doing big things. Like millionaires are people also working regular day jobs that are smart with their money, and like invested early with their money. So this is a very insightful book. It keeps you motivated. It teaches you about what most millionaires do in their to get to where they are in life. So the sixth book is, everyone knows this. Maybe you were living under a rock or something, but it's Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. Is it Kiyosaki? Yeah, I believe it's Kiyosaki. My dad gave me this book. I think I was like 10, and like the first time I read it, I didn't know what the hell he was talking about because it was like way above my head. But I went back and read this book, and this book is like a staple in the financial world. He talks about how his stepdad and his dad like taught him about money and the differences about working for money or having money work for you. So it talks about rich dad and poor dad, and basically it breaks down, just because you have all these accolades or you have a PhD doesn't mean that you're gonna be good with money or you're gonna have a rich life. Getting to a point where you have money work for you, it requires entrepreneurship, it requires just being greedy in terms of seeing a need and feeling it. So this book, highly recommended, highly recommend. If you have a chance, go check it out. So the seventh book is You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero. I'm sure I'm not saying her name right, but it's called You Are a Badass. So this book is about self-affirmation. This book is like tapping into your inner greatness, like she said. It's about leaping before you're even ready, basically, and talking yourself into doing things rather than talking yourself out of doing things. So basically she talks about her life. She talks about affirming yourself and the importance of saying positive stories to yourself. So this is right on my alley, because while we love women that affirm themselves, because women are not affirmed enough in society, so this is a book you need to really check out. If you're just feeling down and you just need to be reminded, this is a book for you. Go check it out. It's a really good book. It teaches you about self-love, about believing in yourself, and also she talks about money. She talks about asking for your worth and not being afraid and standing in it, and also changing the narrative that you tell yourself and being comfortable with money, asking for money, because you're working for your money. So if you feel like you deserve that money, like, show the proof of why you deserve that money, and if it is not given, it's okay to leave. The eighth and the last book is 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. This is a bestseller. Like, this book I feel like everyone knows about it, but just in case you don't know about it, this is a book to check out. It talks about the habits of high achievers. It talks about how to manage your time, what is important, what is urgent, what is not urgent. It breaks it down into different quadrants. And so this is a book that he has all these charts and all these exercises that you can do to make you a more effective person in terms of the things that you want to do. And he talks about being productive and also being a leader and leadership and influencing people in a positive way, and making, like, how to make people do the things that you want to do, and also how to be emotionally intelligent, because being a leader, also being a good leader rather, requires a lot of emotional intelligence. You're dealing with people's emotions, you're dealing with people's motivation. How do you manage that? So management skills. So definitely, if you are like a leader, if you want to go into a leadership role, or you just want to lead more in your life, this is a book to definitely check out. I hope you guys really enjoyed these books. I love this book. I think that these are life-changing books. They have definitely changed my life. And you guys know, whatever I learn, I come and share with you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down below in the comments what books that you think have changed your life and what you would recommend for all of us to read, because like I said, we are a community here and I need you all to, you know, engage with me. So in the comments, so let me know down in the comments. Do like, subscribe, share this video. Until then, I will see you when I see you. Bye.